If you correspond with Ralf on television, video, or telephone, audio, or you chat, text, or email him, you're giving him permission to duplicate it, rebroadcast it on any of the Take Your Life Back Today show broadcasts.
Yeah, beat your addiction, live free. Ralf Friedrichs is who you see. Listen in when you're feeling low. Take back your life, today's show. Beat your addiction, live free. Ralf Friedrichs is who you see. Listen in when you're feeling low. Take back your life, today's show. Stay positive, hope, and keep faith. Stand strong against any odds that you face. Put away the alcohol and the drugs. Fill your time with the things you love. Addiction is tough, but it's worth the work. Treat your body what it's worth. Spread positivity, inspire all. If we stand together, we will never fall. I help others see the other sides of life. A sober life, letting go of the strife. So give me a call, I can help. 1-844-4405-HELP. Homeless shelters, hospitals, jails, wherever you are. I am Ralf Friedrichs and I am here for you. 1-844-405-HELP.
Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I want to share something with you, and let me be crystal clear. Imagine just being buried alive, you're in the coffin, but you're not dead. You don't know how to get out of that coffin. You tried lifting your lid, but the enormous weight upon the lid prevents you from opening the lid. You try banging on the lid to hopefully unsettle the dirt, and maybe somebody might notice and start digging their way down towards you. This is what it's like to find yourself at the lowest point of alcohol and drug addiction. You know you need help, you know you can't do it on your own, but you don't know where to turn. In reality, there are people by your grave. You just don't know that. You just think you're going to die. Usually, though, people don't think about death when they're habitually abusing drugs and alcohol. In order to feed an addiction, you have to be great at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind while you were abusing drugs and alcohol that you might just overdose? And then your life is gone. It's like that, gone. And if you don't care about that, how about the people that count and love you most? Count on you and love you most. Mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, children, even your little grandchildren. With this, let me leave one last thought. Don't be like the person I just spoke about that waited and waited and waited to seek help until it was too late. Remember, they were in that coffin. It was too late then. Instead, pick up the phone and call me at 844-405-HELP, and I promise I'll help you take your life back. Let's talk about 5 relationship red flags that you never, ever, ever want to ignore. When it comes to our significant other, we often want to explain away or even deny uneasy feelings. But these relationship red flags should never, ever be ignored. Sometimes we get so wrapped up in the excitement of something new, we lose sight of what's best and healthy for our lives and our relationships. This can mean overdoing it with an exercise regimen or even a diet. It can mean missing important details about a new job, and can most certainly relate and hurt our relationships. The lure and sparkle of a partnership can blind us to areas of incompatibility or relationship red flags. While personality quirks or bad habits can be overlooked or change over time, there are some red flags that should not be ignored, as they might indicate of more serious, even dangerous concerns. Relationships can make us want to explain away, even deny uneasy feelings, but these red flags should never, ever be ignored. Number one red flag would be your partner is quick to become angry, yell, or throw things. Everyone gets angry sometimes. It's the frequency and the severity of the partner's reactions that should act as a guide for your concerns. Expressing anger, even by yelling, can release tension, frustration, and pain if done in a safe manner. But it should not be used as a method of control in any situation. Using anger to instill fear in another is unacceptable behavior in any relationship. Pay attention to the direction your partner's anger is directed. Are you the recipient of the barrage of nasty words? Are you expected to absorb all the negativity, even if you've had nothing to do with the situation at hand? Are you often blamed for your partner's horrible moods? Does your body ever register fear when your partner erupts? If you're answering yes to any of these questions, you may need to take a step back from the situation to observe your partner's patterns. Objectively, witness, look for common triggers and consistent reactions. Bring the issue to light through calm, assertive conversations when you're both in a good mood, and see if the issue can be remedied. If you discover it cannot, removing yourself from the relationship may be the best thing for your mental and your spiritual well-being, as well as your physical safety. Number two, your partner shows signs of secretive behaviors or excessive lying. Fact, you cannot have a healthy relationship without honesty. This is a non-negotiable component of the strong relationship at hand. If your partner seems as if they are up to no good, they're probably up to no good. If your partner seems to keep your compartmentalized from certain areas of their life, this might be a red flag for dishonesty. Also, if on a regular basis your partner refuses to discuss other aspects of their day, keeping details of his or even her whereabouts or activities from you, this could be a sign of a greater problem. If they are unwilling to share even the most benign details of their life with you, how are you going to connect on a more intimate level? Not to mention, what exactly are they hiding from you? Now, there's a difference between being a private person and being secretive. Perhaps your partner likes to have an hour or two quiet time after work. Maybe texts coming or going late at night aren't appreciated. These might be signs of, someone who takes their time and doesn't know how to prioritize alone, rather than a person who's living a double life. Note, if your partner's secretive tendencies indicate an irrevocable problem, you may find cutting ties is the best. Find your conscious, like-minded match and try to watch these red flags. Number three, your partner shows drastic, sudden changes in behavior and or mood. Maybe you found a relationship that worked in all the right ways. The two of you are not compatible, have a strong network of friends, have a great sex life, and genuinely enjoy each other's company. Life and love is good. If all this feel-goodness seems to vaporize overnight, you have a red flag on your hands. There are 100 reasons your partner's persona can shift, sometimes even dramatically. Before diving into the bottomless pool of the worst-case scenarios, decide if even any event has flipped their world upside down. Did your partner lose a job recently? Is there an illness in the family or a sudden tragic event that may have spun their insides into a knot of stress? Trauma in any form can do crazy things in a sense of well-being, so it's best to tread lightly while you figure out where and when and how the changes came about. If all not so horrific scenarios are ruled out, listen to your gut. Is infidelity a possibility? There are warning signs of unfaithfulness, maybe with changes in the mood, or even some of the other red flags. Again, shift in mood can mean many problems, but they undoubtedly are red flags for a bigger problem. Number 4 is your partner shows signs of extreme possessive behavior. There is a such thing as taking a healthy interest in your partner's life. Whether you live together or not, basic, how are your day, what did you do today, conversations perfectly normal and expected. If your partner's interest in your day-to-day activities seems to be a little too much, it may be a cause of concern. Remember, some of the earliest red flags of an abusive relationships begin with seemingly harmless questions. If your partner is gentle, how was your day turns into much more invasive question like, where were you today? Or what time did you go to work? What time did you go to store? And what time did you go to home? This may be signs of a possessive behavior. If these types of interactions are coupled with over-commitment to knowing your whereabouts, they check up on you at work, arrives unannounced to wherever you are, and even makes calls and texts. Overwhelmingly, these are all dangerous signs that you might be a victim of being stalked. So this is certainly a red flag. And number 5 is your partner doesn't say, "I'm sorry." While this name may not seem like a big deal as the previous 4 flags, the inability to say "I'm sorry" to a partner can have a far-reaching repercussion. If your partner refuses to apologize when he or she has done something wrong, this is a red flag for perception of inequality in a relationship. This inequality can be interpreted in 2 ways. However, your task will be to uncover the why before you can address the issue itself. In the first scenario, an inability to say "I'm sorry" can be a way for your partner to project dominance or superiority in the relationship. When faced with a problem, your partner will unload responsibility to anyone other than him or herself. They'll talk around the issue instead of addressing it in a direct manner. They storm off to avoid confrontation, only to return later as nothing happened. These are all red flags, my friends, and by accepting this behavior, you send a message that is acceptable, that you don't deserve honesty, that you are not equals in this relationship. And then the second scenario, I speak from experience, are the times when an apology has deep, nasty roots of inaccuracy. Apologies are an admission of guilt, which is essentially saying, "I'm not perfect." None of us are perfect. It's true, but to expose yourself in such a way with one you love leaves you in a position to possibly absorb some criticism or rejection. It wasn't until my partner brought my absent apologies and some of my past relationships to my attention that I even recognized that I had that problem. After many conversations and a whole lot of practice, I've learned to apologize when I'm in the wrong, even if it hurts like hell to do so. It all starts today. These are the 5 red flags. If you have more than one, it's time to take a look at this relationship. Give me a call at 844-405-HELP, and together you and I will help you take your life back. And may God bless you.
but never got an answer, and wondered if God was really there. Did you feel all hope was gone, but in His time He came along and answered the prayer you thought was gone? There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. I have read if you will ask, you shall receive. No matter what it is, I still believe. There is no prayer too small, and even when we fall, He gives us just exactly what we need. There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. No prayer too small. He always knows what's right. God hears them all. There is no prayer too small. My God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember,